Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahia, not Allah. It's Yahweh. His only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christus, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel. And a sincere salutation to the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwaf, to the Wafian, to the Akwafian, who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. The Lord's willing is be edifying. Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatham. Shalom to you brothers and you Akwaf on the coming board. Shalom. So this is from the brother Shalom Adam Nana. The first video I'm gonna play, the brother has sent me. So I'm gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna get some precepts. I got a few clips though. The brother sent me a clip of this preacher that's going in on Kamala Harris. Then I got a couple other clips I'm gonna play, and I'll get the precepts. So Lord willing, this be edifying. So let's go to play first I'm gonna play this clip the brother sent me. What's a lock? Let me go back. I ain't even bring it in. Let me bring it in. Let me go ahead. Salakia, one moment. The Lord, the Spirit of the Lord is in everything, man. As I titled the lesson, the Spirit of the Lord is in everything, man. Hey, this is the Lord chessboard. This is His movie. Everything is from Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. So check this out.
Black Bishop Patrick Wooden exposes the sick truth about Kamala Harris everybody needs to see. I'm Josh Bernstein filling in for Gary Franchi and the Next News Network. Now, before we get to that story, folks, remember Next News has been heavily censored, been taken out of suggested videos. So please do us a favor. Make sure you still subscribe to the channel. You're getting your notifications. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please check out the newsletter in the description below. Now, let's get to your story here. According to Leonardo Blair from Christian Post Reports, Firebrand, North Carolina Bishop Patrick Wooden Sr. of the conservative Upper Room Church of God in Christ in Raleigh slammed newly minted Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Headboard Harris as, quote, ain't good for the old black folk in a politically charged sermon on Sunday. In his impassioned sermon, during which he took aim at the Democratic Party and its presidential ticket, Wooden pointed to Headboard Harris's controversial record on criminal justice as well as her support for the LGBTQ whatever agenda. Go ahead and roll this clip.
Hey, I just read an unbelievable article in the Epoch Times. Take a look. It's an investigation into the mysterious origins of the current outbreak. What other paper?
Salaki for that.
Can I get a witness? Don't you let them. Because you see, these people have an agenda. And their agenda, one of the things, is to get rid of the church. To get rid of the church. To have abortion on demand.
And that's spiritual code. When he said get rid of the church, it meaning who? The Hebrew Israelites, man. The so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitians. Hey, that's spiritual, man. They're trying to get rid of the church, man. The real church.
to the promotion of all things LBGTQ. You know, Kamala Harris, oh, she's running for the vice presidency. I call her Miss Lock Up a Brother, for when she was the AG in California, a Negro knew, a black man knew that he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. Matter of fact, you don't need a trial. You might well go into jail if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling you, check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, you did, Kamala, however I should pronounce it. You did. And now we're supposed to forget all that stuff. And she boasted in California that she was one of the first. I got the tape queued, but my time's up today. One of the first I showed you Thursday night to perform a same-sex marriage. Y'all want to see it? Do you want to see it? Let it rip.
Let the rings exchanged and the vows declared symbolize your commitment, sincerity, and affection.
Yeah.
And may your love never falter.
May your love never falter.
By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you spouses for life.
Cut. Now that is who's supposed to deliver us. Now, are you crazy? I like what
Man, we have one deliverer. That's Yahweh Shai. What we going on?
Angelo says. She said, when the people show you who they are, believe them. That's Kamala. And let me tell you, anybody who's trying to turn America into Sodom and Gomorrah is not good.
Last week, Democratic presidential nominee Dementia Joe announced Harris as his running mate, making her the first Black and South Asian American woman to run in a political party's president.
Now, what's crazy is I did a lesson a few months ago about this chick. What her name was? The lady that was helping with the Tuskegee experiment. I forgot her name, but her last name was Rivers. Then you got this new Jake chick that she's helped pushing the vaccine. I forgot their name, their whole name, but I did a lesson on it a couple months ago. This is the same, and listen. So they said that Kamala Harris, her father is Jamaican and her mother's Indian. So I went did a little light digging. It don't take much. So her father supposed to be Jamaican, and her mother Indian. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she a Jake then. So when you go back to her father lineage, her father was a slave master owner, man. Hey.
Presidential ticket. Let's stop right there. First of all, she's not authentically Black, okay?
Right.
She's not African American. She is Jamaican. And by the way,
none of us is African American. Okay, these bywords and proverbs, but they finna go into it a little bit. So when he brought this out, I dug into it a little more and saw who her father was. And he come from an Edomite, man. So she ain't Jamaican.
Way, her father, Donald Harris, is only half Jamaican and half white.
See?
And her mother was, again, Indian.
And there's no half and half, man. You are what your father did, according to what the scriptures say. Numbers 1:18. Now, when I looked into it, when he said that, I looked into it, and her father was an Edomite, man. He was a slave owner, man. Jakes didn't own slaves when Esau Edom was ruling in North America, man.
Indian, okay? So what is that? I haven't done the math, but I don't think it's even 25 or 30% quote unquote Black. All right. So anyone that thinks that Kamala Harris is this African American woman, they're not paying attention. Back to the script. Wooden argued, however, that the Black community should not see her as any type of savior. Now, here's what I'm going to do for the wrap up, as I did in the past on the Next News Network when I talked about the fact that Brownstown, Jamaica was named after Hamilton Brown, who was a slave owner. And oh, by the way, the great grandfather of Kamala Harris. Okay?
Oh, see, I had stopped playing it after that. So it go into it. See what I'm saying? Beautiful.
I got another one for you. All right. Check this one out. When she was district attorney in San Francisco, she said that she was tough on crime. She went after 1,500 plus marijuana convictions and petty crimes. And many of those folks, by the way, were minorities, mainly black people, that she arrested. And she was padding her resume so that she could then run for attorney general and then, of course, run for the Senate. All right. So she had to have this image that she was tough on crime. The problem is that the rhetoric doesn't match the record, not even close. Because as she was busting petty criminals, she was letting people with serious offenses just go completely free, including possible pedophiles. That's right. So when she served as district attorney, when she wasn't serving under Willie Brown, she had a disturbing record of protecting pedophiles and refusing to even look into multiple cases of child molestation accusations against the Archdiocese in San Francisco, protecting Catholic priests. Now, it gets even worse. Many of the folks that are associated with that were also donors to her campaign, and including the law firms and the lawyers were big-time donors to Harris's political campaigns.
Hey, Con, I didn't know neither, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, that's why women shouldn't be in authority. Damn shame, as the brother saints of the Most High say. Yeah, man. I didn't know neither. Yeah. Yeah, she'll tell, man. Hey, that man, listen, man, just like what's this guy name? Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass. Man, they were tears, man. They was tears, man. Let me go back to this, man. Hey, boy.
So I guess Joe Biden's not the only one with a major quid pro quo here, okay?
That's
so
why she was
here's what
happened,
happened.
man.
Her predecessor, Terrence Hallinan, actually wanted to do the job and wanted to bust these people.
Now here go what it looked like a so-called to be Edomite. It looked like a Edomite. We don't know. Telling you the straight facts, man. Went into it. Father supposed to be Jamaican. And then he went and said, what? Her father was a damn slave master, man.
And prosecuted many of these Catholic priests involved with abusing children, okay? Hallinan's office got so many complaints that they opened up a full-fledged investigation in which they subpoenaed the records of the Archdiocese. They found 75 years worth of records, had 40 current priests and 6 retired priests who were accused of abusing children. But just as those investigations were getting started, they quickly ended. Why? Well, unfortunately, because Hallinan lost to Headboard Harris. Now, the lawyers, again, who were representing the priests in the abuse scandals, one in particular, Joseph Rusinello, also served, check this out, on the Catholic National Review Board of the U.S. Conference of Bishops. Okay, now, that review board is put in place to investigate potential crimes of Catholic priests and clergy against members of the church or children or what have you, okay? So this guy, who was the lawyer, also was on that board, and get this, Rusinello also was a member of Headboard Heels Up Harris's advisory council when she was San Francisco DA. So not only did the lawyer that was supposedly protecting the Archdiocese not only work with Kamala Harris, but then these lawyers donated heavily to her campaign, okay? And what did she do? She looked the other way. She said, oh, I don't see any child molestation charges here. Nope, I'm just going to continue to go after people that are smoking weed and, you know, stealing candy bars at the local 7-Eleven or whatever, okay?
Wow.
So that's the bottom line, okay? This woman is drunk with power. She wants power so bad, she's going to push Joe Biden out of the way. And if, God forbid, they are elected, Joe's not going to serve. This is going to be your president. And she is just diabolical in her approach to government. And she will do and say anything to get elected. Folks, share this video and make sure people understand what this woman is capable of doing. She is.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, that's why I titled it, the Spirit of the Lord is in all things, man. The Spirit of the Lord is in all things. So let's get rid of that. Let me read these two precepts before I move to the next clip. This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. It reads, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. It reads, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord talking to the men right here. But this next verse, for the Lord Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall come past a man. Why did the Lord do this? Because we went off, man. The men, which the Lord considered as his women, his brides, we went off to the Lord, so he put our women over us, man. That's why these things is out of hand like it is, man. Because the Lord put our women over us because we went against the Lord, breaking his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right here, this Jeremiah 3 and 14. Turn, O backsliding children, serve the Lord Yahweh, for I am married unto you. The Lord is married to the men, and the men to the women. But he's dealing with the men, man. And because we went out so wickedly and did what? Went a horn after other gods, man. So the Lord got our women over us, man, which is a wicked thing in Israel, man. When your woman is over you, that's wicked, man. Back in Isaiah 3 and 12 again. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Who are the children? The Edomites, man. Esau, Edom, man. That's why I tell you when Job 30, he say, they that are younger than I have me in derision. Why did Job say that? Because they are children, man. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Women is over us, man. And the Lord did it. He said he created a new thing in the earth when a woman shall come past a man. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and 16. It reads, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed, man. Our nation is destroyed, man. But you know what? That's the 2/3 of Israel, man. 2/3 is destroyed. Let's get this. Now, I don't know if you brothers seen this. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I was putting together a couple clips when the brother sent me that. So let me pull this one up. Hey, this is crazy. Now, I don't know if this is an Edomite or Israelite or another heathen nation. I don't know. But I'm finna play this. Let's get this one first. I got a couple different clips of the same one.
In Hollywood, police are investigating a deadly drive-by that claimed the lives of 2 neighbors.
And Local 10's Jeff Wines here is live with more. And this is just a devastating story, Jeff.
Well, Christy, Amber Campbell simply crossed the street, talked to her neighbor, and pet her neighbor's dog. And that is when someone drove down this street and opened fire on both of them. Campbell and her neighbor, Denzel Williams, were both killed. And it appears the bullet was not meant for Campbell.
I wanted to let you guys know that I'm available right now for postpartum.
Her name is Amber Campbell, and according to her social media, she has helped. She has guided new mothers bring healthy babies into this world. But Saturday afternoon, her life was taken. Campbell appears to be an innocent victim in a double shooting that happened on Fletcher Court in Hollywood, right in front of her home.
In Hollywood. Now, as the scriptures say, nobody died being innocent, right? Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. He just said she was innocent. Or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his nostril are they consumed. Nobody died being innocent, man.
Campbell's brother, who lives in California, writes on his Facebook page today, quote, "My only sister was shot and killed yesterday in a random, senseless act of violence. She was one of the purest, most beautiful souls on earth. So much of what made me who I am today, I owe to her." Campbell was a doula, trained in helping women with pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum.
And look, she got them damn things on her head, man. Okay? First off, hey, I had dreads long down the back, man, when I came into the truth, man. When I read these scriptures, I cut them off, man. Cut them off, man. She got them damn dreads, man. Wicked. That's off the real. Now, if she an Edomite, I don't know. If she an Israelite, I don't know, man. Hey, but the Spirit of the Lord is in all things, man.
She and a neighbor walking his dog were having a conversation when both were gunned down. It was 1:30 Saturday afternoon. The man killed identified to us as Denzel Williams. Those close to him say he might have been the target, insinuating to us that he was going to testify as a witness in an upcoming trial. Williams was in his late 20s, is the father of 2 children.
Hey, and what's crazy about that, man? You supposed to told when somebody was doing wickedness in Israel, man. Hey, when you read Deuteronomy 13, man, you supposed to told when somebody was going out, when somebody was doing wickedly, man. But now snitching is what? Hey, that's man. Hey, the Lord say when you see somebody going off in Israel, hey, when you read in Numbers, what is that? Numbers 13, I think. I forgot what chapter, right off. But when the guy was picking up the sticks on the Sabbath day, what did Israel do, man? They were making told Moses, hey, this guy over here picking up sticks, man. Okay? And they told Moses, what did the Lord say? Hey, kill him, man. You see, that's crazy, man. Hey, this devil done turned things upside down, man. That's why we need Yahushua to turn things right side up, man.
According to this GoFundMe page, Amber Campbell was the mother of 3, lost her husband and the father of her youngest son just 4 months ago. Nikki Dawkins is a dear friend of Amber's who spoke to her a half hour before she was killed.
Hey, she could be a Jake. She could be. Hey, but it ain't for us to discern that, man. It's not for us to discern if she was a Jake or Edomite. Hey, to bring out the truth or the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. That's it, man. To deliver the message.
She's just like a walking ray of sunshine, really. She's just so positive and just the most supportive person that I ever met. And I just can't believe I'm never going to talk to her again.
Christy, that GoFundMe page now up to some $23,000 in just a day and a half. We asked the Broward State Attorney's Office if indeed Williams was set to testify to be a witness in an upcoming criminal trial. They referred us to the Hollywood Police Department, and at this point, the Hollywood Police Department has no comment on this case whatsoever.
And you see what's crazy? What's crazy is now they say this chick, her GoFundMe page over 23,000. Hey, the Jake that got shot in Wisconsin, his GoFundMe page is up. They got over $900,000 on that man page, man. It could be up to $1 million right now. I saw it yesterday. It was at 900,000, man. The guy that got shot in the back, the 7 times. So let's get this next one. Now this is what I'm finna show you now is a chick that died in Miami. Now I don't know if she was a Jake neither, but she was married to an Edomite. I don't know if you brothers seen this, but let's check this one out. Oh, you know what? Salakia. I ain't even let me go back. I forgot. Salakia. I gotta bring back the sound in. Salakia for that. Let me go to this. Now this one really tripped me out, man. Hey, I don't know if you brothers seen this. Hey, you well seen it, but this is right here is crazy. So here we go.
Developing story here: the tragic death of a veteran Miami police officer's wife in a bizarre accident. Local 10 News reporter Laren Livingston is live now with the details on this one. Laren.
In Miami, police confirm Officer Aristides Paulino was the officer assigned to the police car. The police SUV, we're told, is involved in this. He's been with the department for more than 25 years. In fact, neighbors say he normally parked that SUV there on the side of this home in the driveway there. It's now filled up with what are presumably cars belonging to family members and friends here. And those neighbors also tell me that they're now mourning the loss of this officer's wife, who they say got trapped in the back of his police SUV. You just saw paramedics and...
Yeah, the whole scene and everything.
The woman is dead. It's a loss for them. It's a loss for us.
We've learned it happened late Friday afternoon.
That's Jake. Always trying to
5:30 at this
help.
Miami Shores home.
They've always been very sweet, family-oriented.
Come on now.
I wish I had seen something that could have helped.
That neighbor tells me he's devastated after learning what happened right across the street. His neighbor's wife found unresponsive in the back of her husband's police car. She'd reportedly been there for hours. Another neighbor off camera tells me he's seen her go into the back of the police SUV before from time to time. For what reason? We're still working to find out. Last Friday, that same neighbor says he heard a woman screaming. He came outside to find relatives full of emotion, crying on their knees beside that police SUV.
She raised wonderful children, husband, all of them. It's nice people. It's
That's
just an
always
unfortunate
Jake.
situation.
Right.
And I believe
We some
that it's just an
compassionate people,
unfortunate
man.
Situation.
Forgive the intrusions. I'm trying to see if there was anyone with the family who'd be willing to speak with us.
See,
Understandably, none of
you
us
can see
who
right
saw
there.
going into the home wanted to speak with us.
I don't know if she was a Jake or Edomite, or she could have been Cuban. I don't know. Indian, I don't know. That's in Miami, so it ain't no telling, man. It probably was a Jake, cause hey, these Northern Kingdom women, their mothers always tell them to get them a gringo, man. When they get to America, get them a gringo. So I don't know, man. It could have been the Jake. I don't know.
I extended my condolences as they closed the gate and went inside.
We just
They're
here to bring out the
hurting. I'm
children.
hurting, so I only can imagine.
See, Jake, we all heard. What you hurting from? That's Jake, man.
What they're
Trusting and
going
oppression.
through.
That's Jake.
The back of a police car, those doors are kind of like a child safety lock that is always on. And of course, there's a partition in the back, there a protective barrier between the back seat and the front of the cab to protect the officers if they're ever transporting any type of detainees. That's how this woman got trapped in the back of that car. In the meantime, Miami Shores police say that these types of investigations are handled by the county. They referred us to them. We also reached out to Miami police, who also referred us to the county. The county right now is classifying this as an unclassified homicide investigation, which continues. Anything else we learn, we'll bring it to you right here on Local 10 at local10.com.
Hey, you just don't. Hey, the Lord cold, man. What you doing in the back of the police car? Now maybe she was cleaning it, because of COVID-19. She could have been disinfecting it. Who knows, man? But they trying to figure out what she was doing back there. The neighbors said they saw her go back there a few times through the week, whatever. Who knows what she was doing? She could have been cleaning it. Hey, but for the Lord to slam you in there, unless the husband woke up and just closed the door on her ass, who knows, man? Hey, but for the Lord to do that, and hey, you can't get out. And I'm finna play this clip and tell you that it was 90-something degrees, man, in Miami that day. So, man, she was in that bitch just cooking, man. The Lord is cold, man. Let's play this. Oh man, Salaki. Let me go back. Salaki.
And now we're live here in Miami Shores, Larry Livingston.
I be Salaki. I keep forgetting, man. I gotta go. Salaki for that. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, let me go back to me. Salaki, let me pull this other up, man. Hey, this is crazy, man. Hey, the Lord cold, man. Cold, man. So let me get this one. I keep forgetting how to go back. All right, so here we go.
A Florida cop died after getting trapped inside his police SUV as the temperature outside soared into the 90s, according to a report Monday. Clara Paulino's fingerprints were found all over the interior of the Ford Explorer following the horrifying incident outside their Miami Shores home Friday, the Miami Herald reported. Clearly, she was panicked and trying to get out, a law enforcement source told the paper. Paulino, 56, apparently climbed into the back seat while looking for something, then got trapped there by the door's latching mechanism, which prevents it from being opened from the inside. Paulino wasn't carrying a cell phone, and a safety partition prevented her from reaching over the front seat to honk the horn for help, according to the Herald. It's literally a cage, one Miami cop said of the patrol vehicle's rear seat. Paulino's husband, Aristides Paulino, who's been a Miami cop for 25 years, was asleep in their home following a midnight shift when the tragedy unfolded Friday afternoon, according to the Herald. Aristides, 58, and the couple's son found Clara's body around 5:30 p.m. As many as 4.5 hours after she got trapped, the paper said. It's unclear why she went into the SUV, which her husband left unlocked in their driveway when he returned home and went straight to bed late Friday morning, sources told the Herald. Investigators were treating Clara's death as an accident, but it remained under investigation by the Miami-Dade Police Department's Homicide Bureau. It's very preliminary, a police spokesman, Lieutenant Carlos Rosario, told the Herald. There's still a lot of work to be done. But right now, it's an unclassified death. Aristides and Clara Paulino married 38 years ago, the paper said. Their son, also named Aristides, told the Herald that the family didn't want to discuss her death. We haven't even buried her yet, and it's a lot of pain.
I know it is a lot of pain. So let me get rid of that. I got one more on the situation, and I'm going to my last video. Hey, the Lord cold, man. Point blank period, man. So let me get this one. I got one more on this.
Tonight, we're learning a wife and mother died after she was trapped inside her husband's police car. NBC6 reporter Alyssa Heitman is live in Miami Shores to explain how this freak accident happened. Alyssa.
Yeah, very upsetting, Jackie. The family is understandably very upset and is asking for their privacy during this very difficult time. We did speak to several neighbors in this area who've known the family for years. One neighbor telling us they were very family-oriented and that the wife, Clara, loved her kids more than anything. Now, this is what the scene looked like Friday afternoon as Miami-Dade police conducted that death investigation. Today, we got confirmation from the police union that Miami police officer Paulino's wife, Clara Paulino, died in a horrific accident on Friday at their home off North Miami Avenue in Miami Shores. The union confirmed that Clara got trapped in the back seat of her husband's police-issued SUV, and that there's a cage that separates the back seat from the front seat, and that there are bars on the windows. Now, according to the union, the door's locked and can only be opened from the outside, and that she was locked in the SUV for several hours in the heat of the day before eventually passing away. Now, we spoke, as I mentioned, to several neighbors in this area who were just in shock over what happened and told us that Clara was a wonderful mother who loved her family and kids.
Hey, what you was out there doing, man? Now, like I said, she could have been cleaning it, disinfecting it, you know, because of the COVID whole situation. Hey, we don't know, man. She could have been out there on the phone, talking to another dude, anything, man. We don't know, man. But how did you get yourself locked in there? Hey, that's the Lord. Just like the Jake chicks that went down to Miami, and then when they was leaving Miami on their vacation, she was sitting on the door on the car, she was sitting outside the door, and she fell out the door, and a Land Rover rolled over on her, man. Hey, the angel just pulled her right out the window. Why you sitting there, sitting on the door, waving goodbye to Miami, as the news said? Hey, the angel just pulled her out the window, man. What it was a few months ago. Hey, the Lord cold, man. Judgment, man.
Horrible.
This Jake always trying to
that happening.
reconcile with these devils.
So very nice family. They're very family-oriented family. All of our children were growing up together. She loved her family and her children.
It's Jake.
And I believe it's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, very upsetting for the family and the neighbors out here. Now, the Miami Police Department is in charge of the investigation, and so far is calling this an unclassified death investigation. And we did just hear back from Miami Police Department, where that officer worked. Miami Police saying they will not be making any comments at this time as it is being investigated by the Miami-Dade Police Department. For now, we are...
Hey, man, the Lord is judging, man. And I'm gonna get this last one. This is pertaining to the guy that got shot in Wisconsin. The Lord is judging, man. Hey, and it's deaths, man. Up to 200,000-300,000 people die every day, man. 200,000 to 300,000. It could be more than that. I'm just talking about in North America. I ain't talking about around the world. Cause when you go to these foreign countries, and these people get put to death every day, all day, man. Grievous deaths, man. Grievous deaths. So you just don't. The Lord judging all day, every day, man.
Wisconsin, and the world. This is TMJ4 News at 6.
Good evening. Right now at 6, protests and demands for answers continue. 24 hours after Jacob Blake was shot 7 times in the back by a Kenosha police officer while his 3 young children were in the back seat. Groups have been out protesting the use of force in the city for most of the day. Mary Jo Ola joins us now from Civic Center Park, where another protest is about to begin. Mary Jo.
Hey, and it ain't no coincidence that the man's name is Jacob, man. Come on, man. Hey, the Lord is beautiful, man. Who is he representing right now? The 2/3 of Jacob, man. Hey, because when you come back to the truth, I had to tell you in Isaiah 44, as a matter of fact, real quick. Isaiah 44, when you read, what is that, Galatians 6:16, I think it is. The Israel of Yahweh. This is Isaiah 44 and verse 6. No, verse 5. It reads, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hands unto the Lord Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel. When you come back to this truth, what you say? Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, man. From one of the respected tribes, man. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, right? Brothers got Hebrew Israelite names, man. And one shall say, I am the Lord's, another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hands unto the Lord Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel, man. So who's he representing? 2/3 of Jake, man. Because you got a lot of Jake that say, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. But they ain't doing nothing, man. They ain't doing nothing. Oh, it's beautiful to know the truth. Like Isaiah 30, like Ezekiel 37, the Lord said when he put the sinews on them, right? But they don't got the breath, man. Oh, like Ice Cube and Nick Cannon, who the Lord then throw him down, man. This guy, Kodak Black, man. He was in jail when he learned the truth. What happened? He got out, boasted himself. What did the Lord do to his ass? Dropped him right back off in jail where he learned the truth at, man. Just like that, man. Hey, they got the sinews on them, the flesh, the muscle, but they don't got the breath, man. Common, him and Tiffany Haddish sat right there with them guys. Now them guys should have went to other verses. I think that's just me though. They should went to other verses to more prove the details and to show that who the wicked and who the righteous is. But they stood there, man. Did they perceive it? I don't know. Everybody hollering about we Hebrew Israelites. Don't call me black no more. What you doing about it, man? They ain't gonna give up that bag, man. Like our elder Yashawama say, man, it ain't for them to teach the truth, man. Their job to be entertainers, man.
Hey there, Charles. Yeah, we're standing between Civic Center Park and the Kenosha County Courthouse. You can probably hear some of the chanting behind me. I'm stepping out of the way so you can see.
And look, most of these is Edomites out here, man. Idumeans, man. Look at this, man. Hey, cause they pissed off too, man. Hey, they on the bottom, right? They ain't getting the bag like the elites. Hey, so they getting down for the cause, man.
unfolding here on the steps of the courthouse. Just about 20 minutes ago or so, it started with a line of sheriff's deputies in front of the courthouse wearing helmets, shields, and carrying batons. We knew of an organized protest that was supposed to start at 6 at the park, just steps away from here. And at some point, I think when they saw the law enforcement presence here, they started walking toward them. Of course, they're on the median. As you can see now, they're approaching them, chanting in the faces of officers. Again, messages calling for justice for Jacob Blake, and then also chanting Black Lives Matter. Again, all this unfolding just within the last 20 minutes or so. Demonstrators all day here in Kenosha have been relentless in their calls for justice. At this point, I think we're going to toss to a story that we had pre-recorded before this development here, but I want to warn you, it includes some disturbing cell phone video and audio of Sunday's shooting.
Protesters shout for justice after Kenosha became the site of the country's latest police shooting Sunday night. Cell phone video shows 29-year-old Jacob Blake walking away from officers to a car when police shot him. Protesters claimed Blake was acting as a good Samaritan before police shot him.
What we witnessed the other day was city-sanctioned attempted murder. Right now in America, there is a hunt. The police have put targets on our back. So often, Black men are vilified.
Following a night of unrest and vandalism, demonstrators met near the shooting scene and marched to the courthouse, stopping at the district attorney's office.
Voices like this regarded and disrespected. Unfortunately, what happened last night is a result.
Businesses boarded up windows, owners worried about what might happen Monday night. To try to cut down on future unrest, the city implemented...
And it's been going down in there too, in Wisconsin.
7 Tuesday morning. John Kim says the U.S. Taekwondo Academy in downtown Kenosha has been their livelihood for decades.
There's got to be a better way. You know, the way that they hit all these businesses, they weren't just protesting. They were absolutely being, destructive.
All right, back out here live here outside the Kenosha County Courthouse, where protesters have approached law enforcement wearing helmets. The law enforcement officers are wearing helmets and shields here again outside the Kenosha County Courthouse. Now, we did know of a separate protest that was supposed to start at 6 at the Civic Center Park, which is a steps away from where this is unfolding.
Hey, that's enough of that, man. Let me get these precepts, man, because you jakes, man. These jakes trust in oppression, man. This is Isaiah 48:22. It reads, "There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked," man. You will get no peace here, man. You jakes instead of looking for peace. Hey, you're going to continue to get gunned down, man, because you are not doing what the Lord require of thee, man. As a matter of fact, this wasn't one of the verses I was going to read, but I'm going to read it because this need to be heard continuously, man. This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 4-6. It reads, "While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him." Talking about Yahushua. Then one said unto him, "Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee." But he answered and said unto him that told him, "Who is my mother? ? And who are my brethren?" And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, "Behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother." Which lead me to this. Proverbs 16:7. Those that do the will of my Father, those are my mother, my brother, and my sisters, man. This is Proverbs 16:7. It reads, "When a man ways please the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, he make even his enemies to be at peace with him," man. If you're doing what the Lord require you to do, there will be no trouble. Did you hear this? Again, Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. What I just read in Isaiah 48:22. Isaiah 48:22 reads, again, there is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. There is no peace to the wicked, man. But when a man ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies to be at peace with him, man. These people looking for justice. This is Jeremiah 23 and verse 5. There will be no justice here. There will be no peace in captivity. Least you do the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Habashah, man. This Jeremiah 23 and 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will raise up unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Until Yahweh shall return, there will be no justice, there will be no peace to the wicked, man. And the Lord is giving his hopeful elect a small bit of peace and justice right now, man. But that's only when you repent, convert, and be healed, when you will get, then when you will get peace, man. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 11. Because this is why you people, they don't get no, first and foremost, right? Your faith, your trust, your will of the Lord, man. Doing the will of the Father, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 11. Let's read 10. Let's read 9. Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, this is what you tell us. This is what you tell the brothers on the highways and byways, teaching the truth week in and week out. On the unicorn, which is the internet, pushing the truth week in and week out. This is what you 2/3 say. Isaiah 30 and 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. That's why you go to these wacky plantation Christianity, pork chop, bacon bit, real beating pastors, man, because you want to hear deceits. This is what you say, because the truth is coming out. Verse 11, get ye out of the way. Don't you say, move out my way. I don't want to hear that. Get ye out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. How is the Holy One of Israel being proclaimed amongst our people? Through the messengers. What they say, move. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, man. And it's spiritual, because before we moved to our new spot where we at now in Orlando, downtown, we was in front of Walgreens, and it was an Edomite chick. She could have been a Jake. She's an Edomite. When we hear with scriptures, she started crying, man. I'm talking about pouring out crying. And we was next to some Christians during the time, some Idumean Christians. And he was saying what she was saying. He was saying, don't listen to them. Come over here. She said, listen, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. Explain to me. Because she was trying to get to understand that Yahushua was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. We broke it down to her. She was crying because she was like, what do I have to do? What can I do? Because what my forefather did. When we explained to her that if she was an Edomite, she got to pay for what her forefather did. She was like dead ready. She was like crying, trying to figure out what can she do to help her for what her forefather did. But you had this guy over here. He was talking about, come over here. They don't got the truth and da this. So, man, the separation, man. She was trying to get it. But Jake, that's my point. She was trying to get it. But Jake was like, no, move out my way. We had guys come all the time and say, y'all make us look, y'all, this nigga said, DJ said, y'all make niggas look bad with those dresses on, man. Okay? But you had a so-called would be from face value, an Edomite come up and she was looking for the truth, man. But you got Jake talking about we make them look bad because we got dresses on. Again, Isaiah 30:11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Jake don't want it. Hey, the Lord said when you read Jeremiah 5:2, he have stricken, they have not grieved. He have consumed Israel. They would not repent, man. So they say what? Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want it. That's the spirit that Yahweh B'Hashem Hawashai put on 2/3. They don't want it. They don't care what you tell them. They don't want it. It ain't that they don't want to hear it. They don't want it, man. Why? Because he's the same one that was in the wilderness when we was walking for 40 years, which from Egypt to Israel wasn't no 40-year journey, man. It may have been 2, 3 days, 4 days, who knows? Tops, a few days, maybe, walking. But with the Spirit of the Lord, it said what? He bear you on eagle wings. So, hey, he gets you there swiftly, man. So it couldn't have been no 40 years from Egypt to Jerusalem. What was the whole point? To kill off the 2/3 of these bug outs, man. These dross. Let me tell you in Ezekiel, man. They just bugged out. They don't want the truth, man. But the Lord say go out there anyway, man. Make your forehead hard, right? Make your face harder than their face and push the gospel, man. Hey, because you're washing the blood off your hands. So get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Why do they say this? Verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. Jake love these Edomites, man. They love them, man. You ain't gonna separate them. Hey, I tried to teach a guy a couple years ago. I was in a warehouse when I was driving forklift, and I tried to tell the guy, listen. He said, man, that's my best friend. We went to Head Start together. He was an Edomite. Could have been a Jake. Who knows? What face value is Edomite? He like, no, man, that's my best friend. We went to school together. Okay, cool. Hey, though hand joining hand, the wicked will not go unpunished, man. It's again Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breakup comes suddenly at an instant. And just like chicks like Camilla Harris, and then I've got the lady name who were doing the Tuskegee experiments, something Rivers, and then you got this other lady who helped pushing the vaccine. She's a Jake. Face value, she look like a Jake. Women are oppressors. I mean, women rule over us, man. This is why Jake is bugged out. This is why Jake is emotional and feminine, man. These devils is putting estrogen in the food, in the waters, in these juices and drinks, making the women masculine and the men feminine, man. That's why we got a problem now, man. Instead of Jake, this guy leaving the police, walking back to his car. What would that make them think? You could be going to get a weapon, man. Simple. If you don't got no problem, you out hanging out with your kids, you doing family time, that should be no problem, man. And you deal with these devils through what? You supplanting them, man. This is Matthew 5:25. It reads, agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison, man. Agree with thine adversary quickly, man, whilst thou is in the way. If you're doing what the Lord needs you to do, there will be no problems, man. This is verse 48. Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect, man. We're supposed to be rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man. Therefore, you're supposed to walk different. You got a different walk about yourself. You got a different way you think. When you go out, man, I got to read this. Ecclesiastes 32:11. It reads, rise up betimes, right? Early, and be not the last, but get thee home without delay. You see that? Go handle your business, man. Do what you got to do in the streets and get your ass back home, man. You can't be out here lollygagging and playing games, man. The Lord is bringing judgment, man, everywhere, all day, every day. This Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 10. It reads, hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, which is what happened to the guy in Wisconsin. And when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it. Don't even pass by it, man. What he did, turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, man. They don't sleep. These devils out all day patrolling, looking to bring down one of you jakes all day, every day, man. This is what they, when you go back to slavery, where you think the whole slave patrol come from, man? We at the point right now with these cops. Where do you think it come from? From the slave patrol, man. To keep you jakes in line, man. Hey, like 8 Ball quoted years ago on Top of the World. They replaced the whips with Berettas and clips on their hips, right? And the masters, they reside at the police stations, man. You people don't understand, man. There is nothing new under the sun, man. These are the same slave patrols when Jake was trying to escape, man, to keep you in line. The Lord say, agree with thy adversary while thou art in the way. Let's get this other precept. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 21. It reads, my son, let not them depart from thy eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou layest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yeah, thou shalt lay down, and thy sleep shall be sweet, man. The other one in Proverbs 4 said, when you walk, you will not stumble, man. When you doing what's required of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, you will have no problem. The only problem you will have is the problem in the flesh, man. The Lord chastising you on your day-to-day situation, whatever it may be. Car flat, tire flat, anything could happen, man. But the Lord keeps you, man, in his graces. Because this is the mercy of the Lord, man. When you outside of this, you're going to die a grievous death, man. Even though he lived, you're going to die a grievous death. Or you're going to get gunned down and you're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Who knows, man? But, hey, the Lord said he wounded, he healed. He killed and he make alive, man. This is Isaiah 31 and verse 1. It reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Now you see what's been going on with Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown and Eric Garner and this other guy. I can't even call his name right now. Hey, and this guy, this whole Black Lives Matter thing popping up. What this guy name? I can't even call his name right now. Hey, and a video popped up. I used to listen to music from Texas. Like I was a Houston, Texas. I love Slim Thug and Paul Wall and all them. This guy, George Floyd, he on a video with Scarface and Zero, man. Okay? One of the video, I forgot, it was Scarface video. But in the video, it's featured with Zero. This nigga George Floyd in the video with them, man. So he was plugged with these niggas in Houston, man. Wicked, man. Again, Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yet he also is wise. Who? The Heavenly Father, man. And will bring evil and will not call back his words, man, but will arise against the house of the evildoers. Who is the evildoer in this verse? You Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You West Indian Haitians. And against the help of them that work iniquity. You see, he will bring evil against the help of them that work iniquity. Who is this? Esau Edom, man. Verse 4. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together, which lead to this. Proverbs 11 and let's get this. Proverbs 11 Salakia. Proverbs 11:21, Salakia. Kind of got thrown off for a second. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Now this is Isaiah 13 and 15. It reads, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. As I read in Isaiah 31, he said, even the ones that help that do iniquity, they're going to get cast down too, man. Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, to all the heathen nations, starting with Esau, Edom, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, man. So you love these devils, you cleave them to these devils because you trust in oppression, you're going to die a grievous death, man. This is let me go back to this. Proverbs real quick. No, I did that. It's Amos 3 and 6. It reads, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? Who's putting his work in, man? The Lord is sending the angels, man. They putting in work. As the scriptures say, he make his angels what? This is Psalms 104. Let's read this. Psalm 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire, man. They put in work, man. When you go back to what is that, 2 Chronicles 18:18, man, he got angels on the right hand side and on the left, and they put in work all day, man. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It reads, the just Yahweh is in the midst thereof, in the midst of everything, man. He's here, right here. You can't see the angels, man, but they right here, man. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame, man. The Lord put in work all day, every day, man. And if you don't believe that, you just as crazy as these heathens is, man. This is Ecclesiastes 9:13. It reads, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. Like it just said in Proverbs, man. So shall thou not doubt the fear of death. Hey, if you ain't around these devils, don't worry. Hey, when you go do what you got to do and get back home, you don't know about that, man. Now, the Lord can easily have something to happen. Something the Lord can always cause something to happen where a bullet can come through your wall and kill you, man. Hey, but when you doing what the Lord, hey, even if you gotta die, if you die doing the will of the Father, you know you're gonna get raised up first. So it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. When you're doing what's necessary of Yahweh, which is the will, which is spreading the message, that's it, man. It's a simple task, man. It ain't hard. It's not hard, man. 1 John 5:3, the Lord say, if you love me, keep my commandments, and they are not grievous, man. So it says, Ecclesiastes 9:13, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. So shall thou not doubt the fear of death. Hey, because you know when you read what's that, Ecclesiastes 41, it said, why you don't supposed to fear the sentence of death, man, because it happened to all men. It say, least he take away thy life presently. George Floyd, Mike Brown, Eric Garner, all these, and the others that we don't see, man. All the other ones, man. Breonna, All these other people that done died, man. Presently, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, man. This devil set traps for you, man. We read it all the time. Psalm chapter 10. This devil sets up traps for us all day, every day, man. This is what they do. This is what they do, man. They set traps, man. The fowler set traps to catch fowls, man. And we are just worms of the earth. If these devils is fowlers, and we the worms of the earth, what do birds eat, man? They eat worms, man. It say, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. Man, listen, man. These devils is out for your throat, man, all the time. This is Psalms 125 and verse 5. It reads, as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. What I just read in Isaiah 31. Let's read that again. Isaiah 31. Let's read this, because hey, this is we have to understand the mind of the Lord, man. The mind of Yahweh. Isaiah 31 in verse 2. It said, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Right? Who is this, man? The one that's in control, man. You trust in the system, you trust in oppression. Isaiah 30 and 12, because you getting government assistance, you get stamps, you get Section 8, HUD, habitat housing, right? Social Security disability. So you trust in these devils, man. So the Lord say again, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, which is 2/3 of Israel, and against the help of them that work iniquity. So back in Psalm 125, in verse 5, it reads, as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be unto Israel. See, Isaiah 40:22 said, there shall be no peace to the wicked. Only peace is going to come to the hopeful elect, to the elect, man. That's it. You people's out here trying to crawl by these crooked ways, which is who? The Lord said, what he had made crooked cannot be straightened, man. So he made 2/3 to fall with the enemy, man. Like I read in Isaiah 13 and 15. Let's read that again. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, meaning the workers of iniquity, the help. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The hoping. You got the help and the hoping. The Lord said they both shall fall together. The ones that help and the ones that are getting helped, man. That's what hoping means. You being helped. By who? Your enemy. Why? You trust in oppression, man. Hey, but the Lord said they seek not the Holy One of Israel, man. When you go to the Lord, first and foremost, for every anything, man, he's going to give you what you need. My favorite precept, Isaiah, Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits. With an S. With an S on it, man. It say benefits, man. But Jake, don't trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Therefore, you're going to die grievous death, man. Or you're going to be paralyzed. And then you're still going to get destroyed, man. At least you repent. This is I had one more precept, and I'm gonna get you, brother. Oh, actually, I got two more precepts. This is our Proverbs chapter 12 and 26. It reads, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them, man. Why? Because Jake trusts in oppression, man. You love these devils. Oh, it's some good Idumeans. No, it ain't, man. Thus saith the Lord. No, it ain't, man. It's not one of them that's good, man. Go read Proverbs 14 and 1. Psalms 14 and 1. Psalms 53, if I ain't mistaken. Both of them in Psalms. Let's see. Hey, Psalm 52, yeah. Psalm 53, man. It reads, Psalm 53 and 2. God looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand, did seek God. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one, man. It's not one of these devils that do good, man. Not one of them, man. This is Job 34 and 14. And it reads, this is Yahweh. Let's read verse 12. It reads, yeah, surely power will not do wickedly, neither will the Almighty pervert judgment, man. Yeah, surely Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah will not do wickedly, neither will the Almighty pervert judgment. Who have given him a charge over the earth, or who have disposed the whole world? Verse 14 is the point, man. If he set his heart upon man, if he gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, all flesh, everything shall perish together, and man shall turn again unto dust. Did you hear that? If the Lord take his spirit from everything in the earth, everything will get brown and die, man. Everything, man. Again, Job 34 and 14. If he set his heart upon man, if he gather unto him his spirit and his breath, all flesh, everything shall perish together, and man shall turn again unto dust. If now thou hast understanding, hear this, hearken to the voice of my words, man. The Lord to snap his finger and destroy everything at one time, man. Do that not put fear in your heart, man? Jake, get up every day, like I always say, and just go out, go to the grocery store, go to work, go do whatever, go jogging, whatever you do without the fear of the Lord, man. Not knowing your ass can go out and get into a car accident and fly right out the window and die, man. Get your whole head cut off, man. Or catch a so-called stray bullet. Because there is no such thing as stray bullets, man. Not with the Lord. Jake don't fear the Lord, man. And that's the problem, man. You have no fear. And you don't have no problem with willfully sinning, man. After you done heard it, after you done learned it, you still willfully sin, man. No fear for the Lord, man. This is Proverbs 9 and 10. It reads, the fear of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Do you fear the Lord? No, man. No. This is Proverbs 10 and 9. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverted his way shall be known, man. The Lord is judging all day, every day, man. And you, Jakes, what you say? Zephaniah 1 and 12. Let's read this. This is what you, Jake, say. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Jerusalem is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you West Indian Haitians. You are people before the place. It say, I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. Lees mean you don't want to change, man. The rudiments of the world. You're going to keep following the same order that was already given. No, man, we supposed to be the generation that's supposed to change, man. We are the ones to bring change, man. Bring change to Israel, man. That's what the Lord said his messages of. They come back every 34th generation. The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Amos 3 and 7. Sure, the Lord would do nothing but reveal his secrets to his servant, the prophet. To do what, man? To bring change to the tabernacle of David, man. It reads again, and will punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. And this what Jake say, and this what the Lord keep mowing your ass down, man. And you're going to keep getting cut down. Why? Because there's no fear in the nation of Israel, man. There's no fear, man. Yeah, Shiva Jatas. That's what it is. Chick had them damn wicks, man. The brother of saints of the Most High, Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. It say until the end, right? When you read John chapter 6, verse 44, which is another top 10 faith. John 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me, draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. What did the Lord tell Daniel? Saints of the Most High, Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. No man can come to thee, John 6 and 44, except the Father which hath sent me, draw him, and I will raise him up at the last. That's where we at right now, man. That's where we at right now, man. Saints of the Most High, pull up Numbers 18 and 24, 18 and 34. Salakia. 18, 24 up. There ain't no 24. You probably put the wrong precept up. Yeah. So let's get on. It's our judgment, man. The Lord is putting in work. Right, Khan, the king of terrors, man. Right. King of terrors, man. That's what it is. Oh, as a matter of fact, there's Psalms 45 in verse, no, maybe 47. Yeah, Psalms 47 and 2. For the Lord Yahweh Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. To who, man? The hopeful elect, man. But he is terrible, man. Right? Out of Shadia, man. Terrible demon-like power, man. Demon-like power. Out of Shadia. Yeah, man. So, let me see. I just want to go into that a little bit, man. Oh, I got one more. That's Proverbs chapter 1. It's my last precept. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. It reads, hey, cause this chick, Kamala Harris, man, hey, and all these damn devils, the Lord gonna get all of them, man. It's Proverbs 1 and 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. What it say? Go not in the multitude, follow not a multitude to do evil, man. Right? Oh, before I read this, reading this first verse, right? Again, Proverbs 1 and 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Now, and I lost my train of thought. What was I finna go? Let me get this one. Oh, Salaki. Okay. The water Yahweh Shema shot. I was finna get nothing to back up the one that I forgot. This Exodus 23 and 32. It reads, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. Why the hell is you voting, man? Okay? When you read, I think it's Deuteronomy either 17 or 16. When they're talking about when you vote somebody, you're supposed to vote for put up one of your brethren in Israel, man. And we are not in our kingdom, so we are not to be voting, period, man. Even if a Jake was running for president or vice president or senator, we're not supposed to vote for him, man. We are not in our kingdom, man. This is not our kingdom, man. So, again, Exodus 23:32, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. What did Jake do? Jake, these pastors got the 501c3 charter. When you read Isaiah 24 and 18, they have made agreement with hell, and at death are they at agreement, right? No, man. This is not our kingdom, man. You should not be voting. And so, let's get this one. It's Deuteronomy 13. Because it said, if sinners entice thee, right? In Proverbs 1 and 10. If sinners entice thee, man, go not in the way with them, man. This Deuteronomy 13 and 1. Listen to this. If there rise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, wherefore he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dream of dreams, for the Lord Yahweh your power proveth you. Coming out of Egypt, man. Showing us all the miracles that the signs, them plagues, man, fed us in the wilderness, man. He proved to you, man. It say, to know whether ye love the Lord Yahweh your power with all your heart and with all your soul. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him, and cleave unto him. And that prophet, or that dream of dreams, shall be put to death, just like my Lucifer queen. I have dreamed, I have dreamed. The Lord put his ass to death. Read on. Because he have spoken to you to turn you away from the Lord Yahweh your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way, which the Lord Yahweh thy power commanded thee to walk. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or thy wife, or thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, meaning of an Israelite, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you. Because the Lord walked us around all the gods. When we came out of Egypt, when you read in Deuteronomy 29, starting at verse 16, he walked us around all the nations, and we saw all these heathens and worshiping their idols and their gods, jumping around fires, man. Name of the gods of the people which are round about you, and right now in Babylon the Great, in the isles of the sea where we scattered at, nigh unto thee, or afar off from thee, from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto them, man, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thy eye pity him. Who? Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your friend, shall not pity him. Going into the whole thing about snitching. It say, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thy eye pity him, neither shall thy spare, neither shall thy conceal him. Meaning, no, hey, it was him over there, man. He did it. He tried to make us worship other gods, man. Yeah. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thy hand shall be first upon him that put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people. So if he tried to entice me, ancient time, I was supposed to put my hands on his neck, and then the rest of the people, man. This is from the Lord, man. This is his law. Verse 10, Deuteronomy 13 and 10. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this among you. That was the whole point of stoning somebody, man, in front of the whole congregation, man. And the Lord said, bring those other men and let them stone them too, man. That put fear on the rest of the nation, man. Is you niggas in fear today? No, man. You Jakes is not in fear, man. Verse 12. If thou shalt hear, say in one of the cities, which the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee to dwell there, saying, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you. Ye have withdrawn the inhabitants of their cities, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Then shalt thou inquire and make search. Then shalt thou inquire and make search and ask diligently, and behold, if it be true and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought among you, thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of the city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof with the edge of the sword. And thou shalt gather all the spoils of it into the midst of the streets thereof, and shall burn with fire the city, and the spoil thereof, even with, for the Lord Yahweh thy power, and it shall be in heat forever. It shall not be built again, like Babylon the Great. and there shall cleave not out of the cursed thing to thy hand, that the Lord may turn from the fierceness of anger. Like this guy, when was that Joshua? And they went and took the city, and the guy had buried something. I don't know if that was, I think it was Joshua, or either Moses. And he buried it under his tent, man. And the Lord, oh no, that was Moses. And the Lord told him, listen, I know it might have been Joshua. I don't know right off. Bring that guy out, man. He had to hit the garment. He want that little nice garment. The Lord said, bring him out and stone him, man. It said, there shall cleave not of the cursed thing to thy hand. Like the guy that took the garment and hid it under his tent. That the Lord Yahweh may turn from the fierceness of his anger and show thee mercy, and have compassion upon thee, and multiply thee as he has sworn unto thy fathers. When thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy God, to keep all his commandments, which I command thee this day, to do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh thy power. Now going back to Proverbs, because that's what Deuteronomy 13 is talking about, man. What I'm reading right now in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. Again, my son, if sinners entice thee, start with the house of Israel first, but then the heathen nations as well. Consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that do go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Casting thy lot among us, let us all have one purse all together. It's not what this government is doing, man. Got you voting. Yeah, same thing, man. There's nothing new under the sun. My son, walk not in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, man. What's these devils called? Fowlers, man. They don't care. They trapping their own people, man. They don't care, man. Why? Because it's about individualism, man. It's about climbing to the top, man. Crabs in the bucket, man. It say, and they lay wait for their own blood, man, for their own people. That's why you right now, when you saw the protest, you got Idumeans, they out there protesting with Jake, man. Why? Because these devils, these higher ups, these elites, these Rothschild, Rockefeller, Oppenheimer, DuPonts, Gettys, this Bilderberg group, the Trilateral Commission, they what? And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk probably for their own lives, man, because their foot is gonna go into their own trap, man. Because they don't care. These is the vicious. These is the vultures, the buzzards, man, of the earth, man. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof, man. These is the devils who we dealing with, man. And 2/3 of Jake is the same way, man. Same way, man. Brother Saints of the Most High put up, yeah, the valley of the shadow of death, man. Psalm 37:28. For the Lord Yahweh loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever. That word saints, that ain't talking about everybody, man. They're talking about the elect, man. Only the elect get this, man. For the Lord Yahweh loveth judgment, as I've got a precept to that, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off, man. And 2/3 of you vultures, you buzzards, are wicked serpents, man. It's all good, Con. I figure if you were still on, you'll come back with it. Numbers 15:35. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, the man shall surely be put to death. Right, Con. The water is 15, okay. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. This is the guy that picked up sticks on the Sabbath, man. The Lord don't care, man. There is no respect of persons if you are the wicked. But as the scriptures say, let's get this. Because I was reading this like last year, and it was cold. I stumbled across this just reading Exodus. It's Exodus 2 and 24. Because the Edomite came to me one night. This one was still in front of Walgreens last year, the year before. And he said, does God have respect of persons? And I told him, no, he don't, man. Which the scripture tell you that. But that's talking about to the wicked, man. If you of that number, if you of the elect, nobody knows. That's why we say the hopeful elect. But if you are of that number, man, the Lord have respect for you, man. This is Exodus chapter 2 and verse 24. It reads, and God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham and with Isaac and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them, man. Okay? When you read this in Romans and other chapters, man, talking about to the damn wicked, man. If you of that number, you are of that number, man. And the Lord love you, man. He love all Israel. But the point is, the Lord have respect unto the elect, man. The elect. That was the whole point of Yahushua being the mediator, man. To redeem the elect back, first and foremost. Again, Exodus 2 and 24. And God empowered her their groaning, and power remember his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob, and power looked upon the children of Israel, and power had respect unto them, man. Hey, and when I read this, and I didn't read this, it was crazy, because I read this after the situation with the Edomite, the Christian Edomite that be downtown, talking about this guy have respect for person. I told him, no, he don't. But I said to the wicked, he don't. But to the righteous one, I said, yeah, to Israel, he do. That's what I said. To Israel, he do. I didn't say to the wicked, he don't, and to the righteous, he do. I just said to Israel, yeah, he do. What's a separation, man? But understand, and it's beautiful because I read this after that, man. It was crazy how the Lord worked. I said, next time I see that devil, but I never saw him again because we split. We moved to a new spot, which, you know, it was needful. So anyway, yeah, man. 2/3 is just, you know, that's our sheep, man. Just following a multitude to do evil. Oh, that's what I want to read too. Exodus 23 and verse 2, I think. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. Listen, man. You can't be following these devils, man. The Lord ain't put us here to vote, man. He said, make no covenant. Hey, and when you go to Isaiah 20, I ain't gonna read it. Isaiah 24 and 18 about the agreement that they made with death and hell, man. That's you 2/3, man. Leading to that, I mean, what that's gonna lead you to is this. Isaiah 36 and verse 6. It reads, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed. When you read Isaiah 24, what it say? The city of confusion is broken down, man. This place is done. Lo, Isaiah 36 and 6. Thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, on North America, on Babylon the Great, whereon if a man lean, if you trust in it, right? He that helpeth and he that is hoping shall fall together. Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. What? The RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Hey, you're going to take the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, man. If you trust in this system and not Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. Point blank period, man. You're going to die a grievous death. Hey, Lord, when it's edifying, gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel today. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth. Throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, Lord, willing edifying. Till next time I say Shalom, Wa Abba. Hey, the water for everybody on the coming board, the water for your precept. Hey, the water. May Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up, man. We getting closer and closer. The water. Hey, Shalom, Mark. How about Shimon Shah? Bashim Crocodile, Brother Thumb. Shalom, brother. Till next time, I say Shalom.